Okay, so to get started making our SCP-096 ragdoll, we're gonna have to make all the body parts. So what I have here is a template. I'm going to put this in the show notes so you could download it if you want to use mine. You can make your own. But basically, these are going to be his arms, the legs, and this is the body, the torso, the head, and then some extras that I'm going to add on. So once we have this, I drew it on like a file folder, but you could use a piece of cardboard or like a cereal box or even a piece of paper. I just picked this because this is kind of what I had, and it's a little stiffer than normal paper, but you could kind of use anything you want to make these things. Okay, so next step is we're going to cut out each of these little parts, and then we're going to fold them together, and I'll show you that part next. Okay guys, so as you can see here, I've cut out all the different parts. Here's the body. This is one of the legs. So what we're going to do is you're going to take these and fold these into little rectangles. So it's kind of hard, but one of the things that I did on mine is if you fold all four of these into a rectangle shape and then try to glue them together, you can do it that way. But what I did is I added this extra tab on this side so it'll fit. Let me try to fold this. So if you fold them like that, then you fold this tab, it'll help you glue it. See now you have this tab that goes underneath like that, and you can put your glue under here, and it makes it a little easier than just trying to hold it and glue it. So like this right here, this is going to be a leg. So once you do that, you do that for all the arms, the leg, the head, and the body. So on my template, I put that little tab on every single one to make it easier. So now I'm going to fold them all up. So another trick that I've been using to fold these, because these are kind of small little shapes. If you take a ruler and then line it up with where you want to fold it, and then kind of bend it over, it helps make that fold a lot easier. And it's a nice straight fold. Okay, so this is the basic shape of what it's going to look like once I glue it together. As you can see, they're still kind of folding open, but I folded them all, and the SCP-096 has long arms, so I made the arms purposefully longer. And then the next step is to glue these tabs in like this, and so once you glue it, it's going to be a little box. You could use Elmer's glue, like school glue, and put it in there and hold it. I don't have any. I thought I did, so I'm going to use a hot glue gun. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some hot glue right here and just glue it. I also, in the template, had these little hands, and I'm going to glue them on like that. And then I also cut out like I drew an enlarged mouth, and then that's going to be glued on right here. And then once I paint him, I'm going to draw eyeballs, so it'll look kind of like that. So now I'm going to plug in the hot glue gun and glue it all together. Hey guys, okay, so I've glued all the pieces together with the hot glue gun, and this is about what it's going to look like once you attach everything. So now to connect all these little pieces, what you're going to do is glue something from here to here to make it like a bendy joint. You could use a piece of rubber, a piece of stretchy fabric. You could use another piece of paper, but I think eventually that might tear. You could use duct tape, a little strip of duct tape. I don't have any duct tape, but I have this old electrical tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some strips and connect them, and I'll show you that next. Okay, so I cut a little strip of tape right here and connected the arm. And then what I'll do is I'll put another piece from there to there. I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, so see how I've got the little piece of tape right here, so you can see the whole wiggle. So now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put a piece of tape on all the joints, and not the head. We're going to do something different with the head, so I'll do that part next. Okay guys, so here is the ragdoll so far. Now we're going to put the head on. So for the head, I'm going to use a spring, and I have this old pin laying around. There's a spring inside here that I'm going to get out. I may have to use a screwdriver here, but I'm gonna get this spring out and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I used a paper clip and pushed it inside the tip of the pin. Here's your spring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this spring, I'm gonna glue it. I'm gonna stretch it just a little bit. I'm gonna glue it inside the head, and then I'm gonna glue it inside the body like this. So it's gonna look kind of like that. I'm gonna use the hot glue gun again, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here is the ragdoll with the head glued on with the spring. So as it is now, we can be done, but I'm going to paint it and make it look more like SCP-096. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm now painting SCP a gray color. I found this paint is at Walmart. I think it's probably like $1. So I'm painting him gray. So, okay, he is all painted. I did the front and back, so now I just need to wait for it to dry. Okay guys, so now this is SCP-096's face. So I'm going to use this pen I have and draw the eyes and then color in the mouth and his teeth. Okay, so guys, there is the head, and I went ahead and tried to paint on some ribs and chest. I don't know if that turned out so great, but here is SCP-096 ragdoll. There it is, guys. SCP-096 ragdoll. Hey guys, so here is my finished SCP ragdoll. Now that it's all done and painted, and I've made a couple videos with them, just messing around with them, there's a few things that I think I could do differently if I was going to make it again, and I wanted to share that with you in case you've finished the whole video and you're about to make your own. As you can see, he's pretty thin. I kind of made him, I don't know, like a little more realistic. I didn't make him real kind of thick and square, blocky, but if I was going to do it again, I might make him a little thicker, just because whenever I was throwing him around, he was just kind of falling flat because there wasn't a lot to play with. The other thing is the tape that I used on the joints. I don't think I left enough room between the joints. So I think if you do this, make sure you leave enough of a gap between them, because when it bends, I really want it to like flop around more. And I think other than that, that's probably about it. I'd just make him a little bit thicker and spread his joints out a little bit. But other than that, I think it turned out pretty good for my first ragdoll.